more you try to get respect, the less of it you will probably wind up with. And I know that's true, so let me be more precise here. Yes, you can absolutely learn to command more respect, but many of the most common ways people go about that just lead to them getting way less of it. So I want to break down 3 of those most common respect-killing moves first, and we're going to be using characters from Peaky Blinders to illustrate those, including showing the better way from Tommy Shelby himself. The Digbeth Kid, respect killer number 1, performing what you think people want. The Digbeth Kid comes to Tommy looking for work. He walks in with a fake name and a fake gun, trying to look dangerous. But watch his body language. Twitchy, shuffling, hat held across his chest like he's afraid to take up space. These prey-like movements instantly signal internal unsafety. The body tells the truth before the mouth ever opens. He's putting on a whole act because he thinks it's what Tommy wants to see. But here's the brutal part. The act almost costs him the job. It's only when he drops it, admits he's never been arrested, that Tommy gives him a shot. Because what the kid thought they wanted was the complete opposite of what Tommy actually needed. This happens to all of us. Job interviews, first dates, conversations with people we admire. We tweak our personality, inflate our confidence, drop parts of ourselves to seem like more. And short term, sometimes it works. But facades have gaps. When those gaps get exposed, and they always do, whatever respect you built on that performance collapses overnight. The real move is consistency, saying what you actually mean, being the same person in every room. People trust what doesn't shift, and sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is exactly what you won't give someone, what you actually believe, even if it's not what they want to hear. That builds more lasting respect than any performance ever will.
Respect killer number 2, fighting for the room.
Kimber walks into every situation loud, demanding attention, declaring himself. A lot of people think this is how you command a room, dominate it before anyone else can. The problem is, the moment you do that, you've created a combative frame. Someone has to win, someone has to lose. Now you're either surrounded by yes men who let you win every time, or you're constantly in a fight. Either way, the respect is fragile. It lives or dies by the next confrontation. Tommy does the opposite. When Kimber fires a shot into the ceiling and the whole room tenses up, Tommy doesn't flinch. He doesn't match the energy. He orders drinks, calmly. That one move turns a confrontation into a negotiation. He rejects the frame Kimber built entirely and pulls him into his own. You can do this. Next time someone tries to get a rise out of you, an insult, a jab, a test, just pause. 3 to 5 seconds, sometimes longer. Breathe. Don't react. Respond. There is a real difference. A reaction means they set the tone and you followed it. A response means you heard them, then replied on your own terms. Kimber can't do this. Every challenge feels like an attack he has to crush. And then comes what I call the Joffrey rule. If you have to announce your status, you don't have it. I am the king. I am Billy Kimber. The moment you need to say it out loud, everyone in the room already knows it isn't true. Real authority is quiet. It doesn't demand acknowledgement. You don't need every person to respect you, and you don't need to win every interaction. When someone tries to undermine you and you simply hold your frame without flinching, that silence says more than any comeback ever could. Inspector Campbell, respect killer number 3, playing indirect games. Campbell is intelligent, but he's deeply uncomfortable with honest confrontation, so instead of being direct, he goes passive-aggressive, condescending, sarcastic. He wraps his aggression in plausible deniability, trying to hold power over people without them fully realizing it's happening. We all know someone who operates like this, and nothing is more draining or patronizing. But the passive-aggressive game only works if you engage with it on its own terms. Tommy's response is 2 moves. First, he treats the comment as genuine. If something could be sarcastic or sincere, he responds to it like it's sincere. This disarms the person because now they have to either escalate and expose themselves, or move on. Either way, you're not rattled. Second, if the games persist, He walks, no drama, no final insult. He just gets up and leaves. And the moment you show someone you're willing to walk away, everything shifts. They realize they have to drop the act and deal with you honestly, or lose you entirely. That's what leaving does. The hard part is we often want something from the people playing these games. A job, approval, an outcome. And that wanting keeps us at the table, absorbing the hits. The moment you make peace with possibly not getting what you want, their game loses all its power. The real difference, what level 4 actually looks like. What do the Digbeth kid, Kimber and Campbell have in common? They're all trying to prove something. The kid is proving he belongs. Kimber is proving he runs things. Campbell is proving he's respectable despite being a double dealer. And that desperation to prove themselves is exactly what makes us respect them less. Tommy isn't proving anything. He doesn't try to look dangerous, clever, or in control. He just is what he is. That disinterest in proving himself sits underneath all of it. His consistency, his calm, his directness. But here's what needs to be said clearly. Tommy's version of this comes from emptiness, not peace. He doesn't prove himself because he doesn't care about his own life. There's no rest for me in this world. He drinks. He destroys things. He pushes everyone who loves him away. His not proving is numbness, not self-respect. That distinction matters enormously. We don't want to copy that part. How you actually build it. Self-respect isn't a posture. It isn't confidence you perform. It's alignment. It's closing the gap between who you say you want to be and how you actually show up day to day. Kimber, Campbell, and the kid all have an image of themselves they want the world to see. But none of them are doing the internal work to close the gap between that image and reality. So they chase external validation instead, which is never enough, because you genuinely cannot outsource self-respect. It is in the name. So here's how you build it. Get brutally honest about the gap. How does the version of yourself that you want to be handle conflict? How do you actually handle it right now? How does that person respond to rejection? How do you? Don't answer it with how you want others to react to you. Answer it with how you respond, regardless of the situation. Then pick one small thing and follow through. That's it. One promise to yourself, kept consistently. Do one thing every day for 30 days. Say what you mean in one honest conversation a day. Small commitments, delivered. That is where self-respect is actually forged, not in big dramatic moments, in the quiet ones no one else is watching. Because when you start building that, something real shifts. You stop needing the room to validate you. You stop flinching at insults. You stop performing. People notice that. They notice you're not chasing respect, and that's precisely what makes them give it to you.